The purpose of this video is to tell you about this programming club, the purpose of the programming club, what we'll do here, and how you can contribute. And the second purpose is to tell you the how to use Slack to give you a brief intro into the platform. All right, let's get started. So the purpose of this programming club, firstly, is to promote the programming culture in our college. I mean, if no one is programming, then no one will feel like programming, right? And your computer science engineers, I mean, computer science doesn't have to do only with programming, but programming is an integral part. It's about thinking like a programmer to promote that culture. Yeah, this programming club should help. The second goal here is to form groups and work on cool projects, and emphasis on cool. I want the projects to be really fun, and we'll be forming groups and working on these projects. Um, so you might be assigned some projects. So one of the important things to remember here is that this is not like you're not going to be graded on this. This is not your college assignment. This is something for fun. Okay, that doesn't mean you shouldn't take it seriously, but the point is to learn. The point is to learn. It's not to get it right or to like create this amazing project. Create amazing projects. That's good, but the point is to learn. Even if you don't know how to do it or unable to, if you're unable to do it, that's fine. As long as you're learning, that's good. The third purpose is to build a software portfolio together, and this is a very important point. One of the things that I observe with colleges which are supposed to be top and our college is that the students there, especially in the computer science department, they do projects together. I mean, I've done projects, but you can only do so much alone. I know Java, some other person might know HTML and CSS. If we collaborate, we can create really cool projects, but I can't learn everything on my own, and that applies to most people, I suppose. It's just a waste of time because I might not even be interested in that. So we can collaborate together, build amazing projects, and that'll be in both of our profiles, isn't it? Like when we go to an interview, both of our profiles will contain that, and that'll be really useful in interviews. Fourth goal is to learn from and teach each other. As one of our teachers puts it really well. No one knows everything, so that's really true, I suppose. I can teach what I know, and other people can teach me what I don't know and what they do. In that way, we'll all be learning from each other. And the fifth goal is, although it's at the last, it's really the most important goal, is to have fun while doing all of the above things. It shouldn't be some chore. It should be fun. Like one thing that I think is important here is to realize that we can have fun in a lot of ways, but if we have fun while we are productive, if we have fun and are productive at the same time, that's a win-win situation. In a few years, you'll be really happy that you did. Imagine two situations. We either do this or we don't. We either create this software like programming club and we do all these projects, or we don't. If we do, let's take the situation where we don't. If you don't, like in your fourth year, you'll go to those companies and you'll be sitting in that room, and that interviewer will be sitting in that room. Both of you will be staring at each other, and both of you won't know why you're there. If we, if we do all these projects, you'll have something to talk about. Yeah, in my college, we had this problem. I did did this part in that project to help um, solve that problem, and I did it in so and so way. And I guess that's better than having nothing. In fact, it might be really good if you do some really good projects. But certainly, it's. I mean, doing all these things is at any level. Like you don't have to do all of these the entire time. spending some time at least on this is better than not spending time on this, I suppose, at the end of a few years. All right, that's enough of the purpose. I'll briefly give you an intro into the Slack platform and how to go about communicating here. So Slack is a very popular website. In fact, teams usually use uh, Slack to communicate with each other. And when you start working, you might actually come across Slack again, right? So in Slack, there'll be channels and there'll be direct messages. Channels are basically groups. You can think of them as groups. You'll automatically be signed into general and random channel. General is where you want some general stuff which you want everyone to know. You can post it here. And random stuff is just random conversations. You don't really want to bother everyone, but yeah, all of these noises, random noises. Like we're all in India, so get used to all of those noises outside. Anyway, getting back to channels, so random channels for random conversations. One important thing about channels is that you can have private channels and public channels. Public channels are channels which anyone can access. So, and private channels are channels where we have limited access. What do I mean by that? These channels with a locker mark, they are private channels. You can only view this channel if you're a part of this channel. Uh, and these hashtag mark, they are public channels. Once you post it, once you post something here, anyone in the group, like the entire group, ewitprogrammers.slack.com, anyone will be able to view what you post here. Uh, Private channels, only the members of that channel will be able to view what you post there. You can create your own channels, like so. Add the name, purpose, optional, and you can add people to your channel. You can either set it as public or you can set it as private. Right? You can add, you can comment by clicking here, or you can send a message by clicking here. Hey, oh, like still in the video, still having a lot of noises outside. Right. So you can add a reaction to this, like add reaction, and maybe someone likes that I have a lot of annoying noises outside, so they can add that reaction. If someone has already added that reaction, you can click on it to add the same reaction. Right? It's something like Facebook likes, but you can add any reaction you want. And you can also reply to that thread. Like, you can share that thread and so on, but that's not really that important. That's how you communicate on Slack. You just type a message here and send. Okay. This is like you can do the same thing. You can do that on channels, which will be broadcasted to everyone, or you can do that on direct messages. Direct messages are like what? It's like sending a message directly to some person. So I have my friend here. I can directly send yo something like that, and that'll only be visible. That'll be a private conversation between me and him. It won't be visible to anyone else. And you can have a direct message with any of the team members. Just go to their profile, like which will be visible here. Click on that, and you can send a direct message. In fact, I think you can even make a call, but that we won't. It's not essential. So this is pretty much the basics of Slack. Uh, I hope. If you have any questions, obviously you can post it in general, or maybe we'll create a channel for questions. And feel free to ask, feel free to be interactive. Let's get started.